Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this quick little pregame hit before the Seattle Kraken. Let's get Kraken. I did it again. Before the Canadiens take on the Seattle Kraken in this final game of their 4-game road swing before they head back to Le Centre Bell to host the Ottawa Senators on Saturday night. Normally, we do these little pregame videos on Saturdays. Like I mentioned, I want to be consistent with that. But because this game is so late, I had some time tonight. So I thought we could just quickly talk about this game. And the Canadiens have been off for what feels like a long 48 hours, especially with the Blue Jays World Series going on. Just seems like it's been more than 2 days since they've played. But they're going to be well rested coming into this game, guys. So I feel like this is a really good opportunity for the Canadiens to end this game on end this road trip on a really high note. And we don't have any lineup changes from Saturday night whatsoever from the Vancouver win. So that is something to note of that. I'm not going to go through the lineup that much. We'll kind of briefly go through the Seattle lineup. But for the Canadiens specifically, the entire lineup from the first line to the fourth line, the defense pairs, Dobes in net, he's going to be getting another start here. He's been hot. He set an NHL record for the only rookie. He's still classified as a rookie, if you can believe it. He's the only goaltender in NHL history to start back-to-back seasons 5-0. So he is really, really riding a hot streak here that the Canadiens absolutely want to keep going. So a few notes here. First of all, today's the Frozen Frenzy for all 32 NHL teams. They will all be in action tonight. So that's just one thing to note there. The Canadiens did host the Seattle Kraken in their home opener, in a thriller of a home opener, by the way, as you remember, Cole Caufield getting the overtime winner. But before that, Ivan Demidov scored his first goal of the season on a late game tying goal that was super exciting. A pass from Patrik Laine that ended up tying the game on that sweet, patient backhand that Ivan Demidov had. And Demidov's also just coming off of his first 3-point game in his NHL career. A heck of a game in Vancouver Saturday night. So we want to see him keep that going. We want to see each and every line continue their chemistry as it keeps going. I mentioned that there. The Canadiens sealed the deal 5-4 in overtime in their first game with Seattle. Sam Montembeault was the starter in that game. So let's see how Seattle fares against a goaltender they haven't really seen at all, and that's Jakub Dobes. So couple things I want to talk about with the lineup here, and that is one thing I noticed about it with Zachary Bolduc having a hot start to this season. He wasn't playing on this line regularly until the injuries started to plague the Canadiens a bit with Patrik Laine, what have you. But I feel like Zach Bolduc is a little bit, quote, buried on this line with Joe Veleno and Kirby Dach, only because I feel like Bolduc started off the season really well. Bolduc was playing with Dach and Gallagher to start the season, and that line looked really good, actually. So I'm hoping that Joe Veleno can keep getting more reps and keep getting more chances to score. Same with Kirby Dach. Kirby Dach's been looking better game by game, and I think these guys just need more and more reps. It just takes time to develop chemistry, to develop something that can turn into a productive line for your team. So I'm seeing that out of Jake Evans, Brendan Gallagher, and Josh Anderson. They've been getting better game by game and helping contribute more and more, as we saw them do specifically in the Edmonton game, which we won't go into detail about, but they started that rally for the Canadiens in that comeback, but weren't able to complete it because of other things. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just quickly talk about the Seattle Kraken lineup. They have had a good start to the season also. We should mention that the Kraken and even the Utah Mammoth, specifically both as expansion franchises, are off to very good starts this season. So let's talk about the Seattle Kraken specifically, 5-2-2 on the season. So that's a pretty decent start for this expansion franchise. Them and the Utah Mammoth are teams that are looking to push for the playoffs this year, specifically Utah, who's 8-2, which is crazy. They're having a great start. So on the first line, we actually have Berkeley Catton. If you can remember, the Canadiens were interested in him at the draft a couple years ago. Matty Benier centering Jordan Eberle and Berkeley Catton. Mason Marchment to the left of Chandler Stevenson at center, and Tolvanen on the second line. Shane Wright centering the third line with Jaden Schwartz and Yanni Neiman, and on the fourth line, Ty Cardy and Ben Myers at center with Ryan Witherington on the right side. And on defense, Vince Dunn on the first pair for Seattle with Adam Larson, second pair Ryan Lindgren with Brandon Montour, and on the third pair, Joshua Mahura with Jamie Oleksiak. And the starting goaltender for tonight for the Seattle Kraken Joey Decord got the start when the Canadiens beat the Seattle Kraken at home. Matt Murray is actually their backup, so I don't have confirmation on who the starter is, but we'll find out. Not the biggest ordeal, but maybe it's going to be Decord again. We'll see if he can get some redemption, but we certainly hope he does not. So Sam Montembeault, when it comes to him and this current situation, he's just not having a great start. And Marty St. Louis just addressed this actually this morning in Seattle. So talking about how big of a contributor Sam Montembeault last year was to the Canadiens getting to the playoffs. He helped them on that run big time, and they were really riding Montembeault to get the Canadiens into the playoffs because he was playing really, really well. So he's not having a great start. Dobes is taking the reins right now. But if Sammy can get some good starts in much sooner than later and help the Canadiens get some wins, it's just going to kind of calm the waters and help this goaltending tandem be strong for the season, because they're going to need both goaltenders to perform if they're going to have a chance to make the playoffs, which right now they certainly do. The Canadiens still remain in first place, if you can believe it, in the Atlantic Division. They are 7-3 on the season. So let's see if they can keep that up. And I'm looking forward to this game. I'm going to be recording part of it probably, but I'll get a post-game out for you guys on this one for sure. Let's talk about it afterwards. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, most likely, for that. And thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe. I appreciate the support, guys. And click hype if you want to. Hype it up before the game so everybody can have a chance to watch it. Thank you so much, guys. God bless, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you so much.